Hey guys, Mr. Short Hitter here.
You don't look like a short hitter to me.
The sun is setting right now, so I'm only going to have time for a few holes. And I told Mike Painter that I'm going to check out these Hanma golf balls. But I'll probably do a little more indoor testing before I give you my final verdict. One thing for sure, they are very colorful. I'm used to a Divide golf ball that I used to play quite a bit, but this is all yellow. Started left. Little fade, nice trajectory. So guys, this ball feels okay for what has to be a two-piece ball, I'm sure. 104 yards here below my feet. This ball got some pretty good distance on that shot. It'd be interesting what the spin is with the driver. Not bad. I'm going to hit a 48. This will be a pretty good wallop with the 48-degree wedge. Let's just see what we can get out of it. Well, that landed well short because I hit it well chunky, but bounced up because the ground's getting firm. So we got a putt. Best part about a fat shot is you don't have to worry about fixing the ball mark because that ball landed short of the green and bounced up here. We do have a little alignment aid that has a D1 in the middle of that. I'll show you that. A little more mustard. Ketchup. I'm one of those strange people that eats ketchup on their hot dog. Okay, so 198 to that pin that's front of the green, maybe a tad towards the left side. Very, very bright golf ball. I'm going to go with the high wood here. Hit that very low on the face. I hit one shot fat. I hit one shot thin. So one of these shots I'll hit on the face. Push and move a little bit to the left. So guys, I'm going to play this hole from 290. They're third in the water, y'all on me. So this is probably the last hole I'm going to do. This Hanma actually feels kind of soft. It felt kind of soft on that tee shot. It looks like it's producing a high ball flight. Got 98 yards. We're going to hit a 48-degree wedge again. And we're going to fight the water. So guys, I got 135 here. I'm going to hit an 8-iron. This ball, I actually thought would have flown quite a bit further than this. Thought it'd at least be to the fairway there, another 10 yards. Three holes that the water isn't on, so kind of sandwiched here too. So this will be it, and then we're going to look at the numbers inside. This shot I did not hit particularly well. Should break a little bit to the left, and it's a little uphill. Oh, I thought that was in. On course, the best pro I could see of this golf ball is you'd have no problem finding it. All right, guys, let's take a quick look at the numbers of this Hanma golf ball. Now, from 50 yards, the Hanma launched about 10 degrees higher than the Pro V1. The highest launching ball from 50 yards I've ever seen. The spin, about 3,300 RPM less spin than the Pro V1. So we kind of expect a lower spinning ball. but that's pretty extreme. The descent 50 degrees versus 43 with the Pro V1 coming down a lot steeper because it launched a lot higher, and the peak height 13 yards. So 50 yards, this ball is going to go high and come more straight down. So it's relying more on height and descent to stop versus spin. So with the 7-iron, the Hama had 1 mile per hour less ball speed, launched almost 2 degrees higher than the Pro V1, spin about 1,000 RPM less. The descent was the same here, peak height 1 yard higher, carry actually 2 yards further, and total actually 3 yards further. With the 1,000 less RPM, it's just not going to spin as much, so it's going to roll out a little bit more. Now with the driver, the Hama had 1 mile per hour more ball speed, launch pretty close to the Pro V1, spin 400 RPM less spin. I will say almost nothing I did could get more spin with this Hama ball. Like the highest spinning shot that I hit, I think, was 2,700 RPM spin. I mean, this thing was low, low, low every shot. The descent 2 degrees less steep, the peak height 1 yard lower, carry 2 yards further, and total 4 yards further. There's a caveat to this testing here. From 50 yards, I take shots between 49 and 51 yards. If it's less than that or more than that, I have to throw it out. The shot has to average 50 yards. There were some shots that went like 47 yards and 53 yards with the Hama that had some pretty crazy spin numbers. All of a sudden, it would spin 11,000 RPM or 2,000 RPM. Like this was just kind of off the charts. Some of the shots that I hit that didn't get factored into this because they were a different distance. I suspect that it could either be the color. I actually took a Titleist Tour Speed that was the same color and I had no issues. The numbers were really consistent. So the other thing it could be is maybe some issue, a weighting issue inside the ball to where I'm just hitting it just right on those bad shots to cause those numbers to pop up. I really don't know, but it was enough for me to say that I wouldn't play that golf ball personally. The same thing happened with the driver. I think there was like 1 or 2 drives that I threw out that were like, all of a sudden this thing was like at 11,000 RPM where it just flew straight up in the air and came down about 30 yards shorter. I don't really know for a fact whether it's, again, an issue I just happen to get some bad numbers that I've never gotten before with any other ball, or there is actually an issue with the ball. Now, with that being said, I'm thinking of doing a video to where I look for some very inexpensive golf balls and see what ball would I recommend if you guys are looking for something, say, under $25 a dozen or under $30 a dozen. So drop down in the comment section if you would be interested in that video. I want to play some golf. So if you guys want to stick around, I'm going to play a couple more holes and I'll play with the Hama ball. And if you don't want to stick around, I'll catch you next time. Got 135 back pin. Wind's hurting a little. I'm going to go ahead and hit an 8-iron. And we pulled that one. It's weird. I'm hitting a pink ball. Never hit a pink ball before, and it just kind of looks different in the sky. Hey guys, I was a few yards of being in some trouble here, but picked the right club. Okay guys, we got 180 to the pin here. It is wet, but I'm going to go with the 4 hybrid. Should be enough club. I don't want to push hitting a high wood. I'd rather be in front of the green than in that back rough, which a high wood could get me a little through this green. Did not hit that great, so without a bounce, we will definitely be trying to get up and down. Somebody left a Pro Tactic Tac 2 oversized club. So guys, I think this is one of the main reasons for playing the same ball. You kind of be able to get a little predictability, because that ball, I thought it was surely short of the green, and it flew here at 180 to this pin, and I didn't hit it that great, and it flew maybe 175. Try to get one more hole in. This rain is starting. Had a huge storm earlier this morning. I almost feel like I'm kind of out of somebody's cart tracks here. 138 to a front pin. Now these are one of those holes. If this green was firm, it would definitely be hitting a 9-iron. I think it's wet enough to where I can hit an 8-iron today. Oh. The lie must have scared me, guys. Well, guys, that was not very good. Now I have to try to land it between the fringe and that pin. I've got 26 yards. I'm going to hit the 56 here. Little bit past. Straight downhill, guys. So I'm going to have to barely tap this putt, and I'd be moving so slow. That putt is normally lightning fast. I hate ending on a bogey. Play one more. And that was not a good drive. Right to left, wind, 128 yards. We're going to go with the 9-iron here. That wasn't very good. One thing you guys probably noticed about my game is I'm always protecting. You know, could I hit 8? Yes. But if I hit 8 and flush it, I'm going to be in that back rough there. I've got 128. I only had 132 or so to the back fringe. If I hit an 8-iron and hit it 135 yards, I've got no chance. So a lot of times you miss-hit a shot, and this is what you get. You got a long putt. Simple as that. But you can't risk hitting it in bad spots to where it's almost impossible to get up and down and make par. Am I capable of saving par from over that green? Yes. But I basically like to play low stress golf. This isn't stressful. If I'm going to roll it up there, and I'm either going to make it or not make it. And I'm either going to make a 4 or 5. It's just, those are the two options.
To go, just play 13.